Hey Theater Inspires! Welcome to Make It Sparkle, a series to get ideas and inspiration for your theater and dance shows. This video is about acting, teaching, and writing for theater, and it features Maria McConville. Maria has performed professionally as an actress and has published plays of her own like To Date or Not to Date, Viral, and Censored. Maria and her husband Jason run a play publication house called Stage Partners, and they are both as kind and generous as they are gifted as storytellers for the stage. Hope you enjoy this and get some fresh ideas.
Where to start with playwriting. If you've never written a play before, then that kind of like molding clay or playing around with paint on a canvas. You want to follow the artistic spirit that's hooked you in an idea, and instead of staring at a blank screen or a blank piece of paper, wondering where to start, I would just start writing down the dialogue you're hearing in your head. Maybe that's the middle of the play. Maybe that's the beginning of the play. But once you get the characters talking and just putting what they have to say down on paper, you'll be able to then, here's my beginning, here's my middle, here's my end. Instead of trying to do it right away. Let whatever artistic judge come on out, and then start to mold it. And then, so what if we do this here? What if we say this here? You can make playwriting physical. Take all of your pages and lay them out on the floor and see what it sounds like in this order. See what it sounds like in that order. I would challenge myself to keep the characters in one location at first. Try to think about what it would be like to stage it. Sometimes all of the movies and TV and 30-second Instagram videos that we watch can influence what we're putting down on the paper. And giving yourself the challenge of one location, or I'm only going to have 5 characters, or 5 actors that can play 10 different characters. But now I have to make sure that this actor is never on stage, then it's a fun puzzle. But when you give yourself restrictions, like one location or only so many characters, all of a sudden more creativity comes out because you've put these parameters on yourself. I think those are places to start. There's a fun exercise that I like to do with playwriting students, but I also do it for myself, which is I tell the story of the play, but as a once upon a time. So who are my essential characters? Once upon a time there was. Every day, what's their everyday like? And then there's the but one day. Something has to happen in your play, so how does that change? And then what happens with the change? How are they going to solve this problem? Give them a couple of solutions, and then give them a new everyday. And so finally, and after you have that story written out, you can whittle it down to like, what's your elevator pitch of the story? And then put your story into 5 words, and then put your story into 2 words. So you can, what is the most essential thing I'm telling, or I'm working through, or having my characters explore? And then maybe you start your play from the but one day, and like that, the inciting incident is the first moment of the play. Or maybe you write 37 pages of once upon a time every day, and then eventually you just pull 2 pages out that you think are great, and that's where you start. I mean, there's so many ways for a playwright to go about their story, and every story is going to have a new, that you've come up with is going to have a new way of a new entry point. for you as the writer. But playing around with the structure of the story, playing around with character and dialogue, having characters just talk to each other on a page, until you finally get them really talking about something and putting them in conflict. That's where it can start. Starting is so hard.
If you've acted in, directed, or written shows for the stage and have ideas or tips to help other theater creators make their show a success, please be sure to include it in the comments below.